Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
With much, I mean, I hit one of the fucking teachers. I don't think they liked me very much there at that high school.
What did
I think they
do to you for you to hit them?
Nothing. It was 100% unprovoked. I did it on a dare. I Donkey Konged him. I haven't told you about Donkey Konging Mr. Cawthon.
No,
I don't
tell
think
me
so.
about it.
I got a shop teacher named Mr. Cawthon. He's 6'4", maybe like 160 pounds, really skinny guy. But he's like 40 years old. He's balding on top. He got a real southern accent. And he's the leader of our shop class. It's woodworking, masonry. We build gazebos for
This guy sounds
auctions
cool.
and stuff. He's cool enough, actually. He
Yeah,
really
right?
is. He was very nice to us despite shit like this. And so there was this rap song that one of my friends listened to. He listened to like underground, like Atlanta rap. And this rapper would always talk about Donkey. In one of the songs, he's talking about Donkey Kong and hoes. And like there's that part of the rap song where they stop rapping and you like hear them smoke like yo, and then they start like talking, yo man, and like going back and forth, and they get in this thing about Donkey Kong and them hoes. And the first guy was like, yeah, man, I just got out of jail because I hit my girl and, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, nah, man, you don't hit those girls in the face. You Donkey Kong that hoe. You hit her in the top of her head so the police don't see no bruise. And it's just a ridiculous rap song about, you basically make a fist, and you know how Donkey Kong's got a hammer and he hits you with a hammer. Top of the head. Just top of the head with the bottom of your hand, with the meaty part, not with a knuckle or anything. It's a jolt. Like, you're like, whoa, what the fuck happened? And so we were doing it to each other as a joke at first. And then I would just start doing it to random people in the hallways. And it became kind of a joke. I was like, I'll do it to anybody. I don't fucking care. I think it's funny. And they were like, I bet you won't do it to Mr. Cawthon. And I was like, I will fucking do it to Mr. Cawthon. I don't give a shit. And they're like, you won't do it. You won't do it. Double dog dare you, mother. And keep in mind, I'm like 16 years old. And so like, I walk up to Mr. Cawthon's podium as the class is starting, and he's like, you guys get on the masonry, and you need to get on the shingles on the gazebo. And Myers, what are you doing today? And I just went, Donkey Kong, and hit him in the top of the head real fucking hard. I hit him real fucking hard in the top of the head, so much so that he went, ugh, like that, and he just froze and looked at me like with just hate in his eyes. And I thought he was going to hit me, and I was getting ready to fight maybe. I didn't know what was going to happen. And he just grabbed me by the arm. He's like, come to my office. And he told on me. He went and fucking told on me.
Of course he did. He can't let that precedent be set that you
Yes.
rap people on top of the head.
He should have hit me. If to be honest, if he'd have smacked me in the head, like no matter what he did, he could have hit me in any way he wanted, been straight. No problem at all.
Cost him his whole career.
Nah, I wouldn't have said shit. So,
Your dad be on his side.
So they suspend me for like 2 days or whatever. And my dad made fun of him afterward. Pussy. Pussy. He went so long. There were a couple incidents like that with my dad and teachers. But anyway,
God,
like
what a rabble-rousing little bastard you were.
I don't know why I did it. They were just telling me I wouldn't, and I just knew I would, and they just kept saying I wouldn't, and I was, fuck it, I'll do it. I just don't fucking care. The other one was I had another teacher, and it was so like the other I had missed 6 days of his class, and if you miss more than 5, you just fail. And he had written in the book, and so like I didn't know it, but I had missed 6 days out of just his class. And he didn't know it either, so the paperwork goes through. I get my report card, in the summertime for the past year, and I failed a class. And this is going to, like, fuck up my, like, graduation time. Like it's going to be cutting it close. I can only fail so many. And so, like, I told my dad about it, and he's all upset. And it just so happened that the teacher shot skeet with us, sporting clays. And so we're all at the sporting clay place. We're about to meet up, and it's myself, and it's the teacher who's failed me accidentally, and it's two more men who know both me, the teacher, and my father. And they start fucking with the teacher. Like this one guy, his name's Bart, and Bart has a stutter. He's about 40 years old, and he's very, very much from the South. You ought not have done that. You ought not have failed that boy. I tell you right now. Lamar Myers whoop a man's ass over something like that. I've seen him do it. I've seen him put a terrible ass whooping on a man for not nothing. Not nothing. Damn it, I wouldn't have done that. And they just keep doing this to him. Like 2 or 3 guys are just telling the teacher, like, you shouldn't have done that. Lamar's mad. He's pissed. He's on the way over here.
Did he fail
Dad
you
doesn't know
accidentally?
anything about this shit. He's not upset. He wouldn't beat up a teacher over a grade. He don't fucking care. So, like, Dad pulls up, and the teacher has this in his head. He meets my dad at his truck and is like looking in the window. Hey there. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to straighten all this stuff out with Kyle and his grades and everything. I'm going to make sure he's doing okay. And his dad's like, all right, then. That sounds good. But they got in his head so bad and got him so scared.
Nothing like that ever happened for me. That sucks.
No, I never hit a teacher. No.
No. What's the worst thing you've ever done to a teacher? I've told this story before. I told one to go to hell. That's as far as I went.
I don't think I did anything. Were you about to go into another story about something you did worse to a teacher than Donkey Kong him? Like, I can't think of anything. I've been like a little smarmy shit plenty of times, like talking back, like being a smart ass, but nothing notable like that.
Faked the seizure. He freaked out, scooped me up in his arms, running me to the office to get medical attention, and I started laughing as soon as we got to the door. He dropped me.
Then you had a seizure for real, and he walked away.
He was like, asshole. He didn't say that, but he was an asshole too. He made us watch this video called the Civil War, why the Civil War was not fought about slavery, and he was always talking about the sons of Confederate veterans, and he arranged this whole Civil War reenactment. So I was like, fuck that guy.
I ate a teacher's lunch, just being like a little shit. He was sitting in the cafeteria with all the kids. This isn't even that bad. But he would, like, this creepy guy who would always go sit with the girls our age and, like, pretend he was, like, talking to him about class, but really he was just being pervy. And he had to go stand up and talk to another teacher. And a friend of mine was like, hey, Taylor, you should go eat his entire lunch while he's talking right now. And I was like, I don't know if I can eat his entire lunch before he comes back. He's like, well, you better get going. Like, and he had like a spicy chicken sandwich and some fries in that bin. And I just went over there, sat down with the girls real quick, and then just ate it all as fast as I could. Didn't even enjoy it.
Did you know it was you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe no one saw. No one snitched.
No, he was sitting like at the table with the girls, and so they saw me sit down in a fervor, just eat it as fast as I could, and then get back up, scoot back over there. Everybody's giggling at my table, and so of course when he comes back and he asks the girls, "What happened to my lunch?" Taylor ate it, and it's like, you bitches.
Girls.
We were always very mean to the substitute teachers because they're gonna be gone. You know what I mean? Like, and I like fucking with people, and I knew which substitutes could be fucked with and which ones didn't know how the regular going-ons in the class. They didn't know we don't watch a movie in the middle of the day, or, you know, they don't know that we're not allowed to just walk out. And if you just look at it with incredulously and just be like, yeah, I'm going to metal working. I have to. Every day I go. They'll feel stupid for even questioning you. And you're free reign of everything. But we had this one old-ass substitute, and I mean old, like 70s for sure, maybe 80s, I don't know. And she was a habitual liar, okay? And as 17-year-olds, we knew this. Like, we could tell.
Sure,
like,
she wasn't just senile?
Whatever. So she's like going on, she's like a truck driver, and she like invented some sort of way to recycle tires, and like she just had this laundry list of achievements and accomplishments and places she'd been, and it was just bullshit, and I knew it. And I didn't like her. And I thought it would be funny. She was wearing a dress, and I was behind her, and she didn't know it, and there were people in front of her. So I thought it would be hilarious to those who were watching if I came from behind her and started reaching up her dress. Like, and of course, stick with me here. And imagine, like, she's talking to the class of people, and I'm behind her giving them the crazy eyes, reaching up this lady's dress.
This is funny, Kyle Duggar.
She doesn't.
Reverse Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, right.
It's different.
It's an octogenarian.
Yeah, octogenarian here. So like I'm reaching up, like, because I think it's hilarious. And the higher I reach, the more hilarious it is to me. And I bump her thigh. I bump like an area that's definitely above her knee, but her thigh with my hand, and like a goddamn human Spider-Man, I withdraw, do a back roll, and stand, and try to act like I'm like studying my shirt or something. And she like turns around slowly because she was rickety enough. I was. It's probably more like an average person rolling around on the floor and popping up, and just a really old rickety person who could barely turning around. But she didn't catch me. But
are you sure? Oh, my Kyle, would you please stay after class for a bit? Like,
Absolutely, but I was terrified in that moment. I felt like I was going to get in a lot more trouble than I did for hitting the teacher. But I just thought it was funny because just for the visual that they were getting of being like, like going up there, it was totally worth it, I thought. I don't know, I put stink bombs in a couple teachers' classrooms. I do that pretty regularly, a lot, actually. I got suspended for that as well. I had been stink bombing the school all day, actually, and I would do it in sneaky ways. I just drop them in the hallway and keep walking, let somebody else break it. I'd put them in a soda bottle with a rock, put the lid on, shake it so the rock ruptures the stink bomb. Then all you gotta do is pop the top and drop it in a trash can. I'd put them under people's desks so when they sit down, the weight crushes it. I'd always try to be sure that I wasn't around when it happened, but somebody ratted me out, as those fuckers like to do. And so like they call me to the office and they're like, they're searching me and everything, looking for these stink bombs. And they're like, well, we're gonna search your car. And I was just like, yeah, let's go search my car. I don't have anything to hide. And I was just bluffing, of course, because my car is completely fucking full of stink bombs. But like as soon as I saw that he was committed, I was like, stink bombs are in my car. Let's go get them. And I had so many that, like, I knew what was in my car. And that morning before I went in, when I like got my 12 stink bombs for the day or whatever, I remember thinking I should hide these under a dumpster so that if my car is searched, they won't be in it. But instead, I just left this big bundle of wrappers all in my console, and I just knew it was over. So,
have I told you guys about the? I know I told it on my channel years and years ago, but about the poop bandit story.
Tell it again.
The poop bandit. Okay, so there's this. It's not me, but there's this kid. The bathroom bandit, they call him at our high school. This kid, this weirdo, and I was the only one who 100% knew, to my knowledge, what was happening, who was doing it, because I almost caught him on accident one day early in the morning. This weird kid, he would go into school, sometimes really early, and he would go into the bathroom, shit into a paper towel, and then write on the wall Joker-esque messages like, ha 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 ha, you'll never catch me, in shit on the wall. Or on the inside of stalls, and like clues, like getting closer, question mark, like things like that. To the point that our morning announcements, they had to say, like, to whoever has been defacing our bathrooms, please, if you know anything about this person, report it to the principal. You won't be told out. But the time I figured out it was him, and this happened at all times throughout the day. It wasn't always the morning. I don't know how we never got caught. You'd go to class, come back out before lunch. I need to use the restroom. Walk in, ha ha ha. Like, there's shit on the wall. Like, when did this ghost of a person find it? Like, it got to the point that teachers were logging your bathroom exits. And I got into school really early when he decided to strike one day. And I was about to walk into the bathroom, and this kid walked out, and he knew me. And so he was like, oh, Taylor, I wouldn't go in there if I were you. It seems a certain bandit has struck again. And then he walked away, and I'm like, oh, Mike, I knew it was you. Like, you bastard. And so,
Mike, shit bandit.
Yeah, Mike was the bathroom bandit.
Did he ever get caught?
No, he knew when to stop. It was an Ocean's 11 style, calculated mayhem he was running there. But that's
hilarious.
The poor
That's
janitor,
great.
he became so sullen and downfallen every time he had to go in there and clean the shit.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Oh, that's so funny.
It's an
I can't
asshole
imagine.
move.
I can't hang with your story. Like, I don't know.
Shit bandit.
Yeah, the bathroom bandit.
Wow.
I have a whole.
I ended on that note. I love the
That was
wordplay.
the
Very
best shit
nice.
I've ever heard.